Hey, how you doing, folks? I know it's been a while since I did a video. Um, I was basically recovering from being in the hospital. Like I said, this last time it took a big toll on my energy and just the way I dealt with everything. But I'm about 70% back to myself, and I'm gonna start back putting a video up every week, at least one video every week. Today I'm going to talk about, you know, just from my experience, how hard it is to come back or get back to yourself after something hard happens to you medically, meaning surgery. You find out you have a new condition, just stuff like that. It makes it hard for you mentally and physically. And I don't know if most people know, but your emotions is tied into your healing. Meaning, if you sad and you upset and you crying, it could cause your blood pressure to rise or your sugar to rise, or it causes a lot of things. Just basically from your emotional state when you're going through. And that's why I try to be as happy as I can when I go through something. Because at the end of the day, like I said in one of my other videos, we are a lot stronger than we know, and it's all about just trusting yourself and trusting God and making sure, you remember that trouble don't last always. A lot of times when I go through stuff, I don't cry if I don't have to. I'm never really sad. I've gotten to the point to where it's normally just a situation that I'm going through, and I know it's not going to last forever. And that's kind of the mindset you have to have, because a lot of times we as people, we worry about things that we can't change. You know what I'm saying? Or we get upset or messed up over things that we can't fix. You know what I'm saying? If you find out, you have a end stage disease, and what an end stage disease is, meaning you have the worst of a disease that you can possibly get. Like, I have end stage renal disease, meaning my kidneys don't work. I have to be on dialysis. Like, there's no hope for my kidneys to start working again. I have to get a kidney transplant because those kidneys are just done. That's what end stage means. So, a lot of times people get really upset. Excuse me. A lot of times people get really upset, and honestly, getting upset about the situation doesn't help anything. I tell a lot of people that, like, what getting upset and crying and acting a fool and making somebody else feel bad, how does that help your situation? It doesn't. A lot of times, man, all you have to do is go through it, and once the pain is over with, just focus on healing and moving past it. That's all you have to do, and I promise you, it won't be as hard as you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through 2 amputations, both legs. I've been through numerous surgeries on my arm. I've had open heart surgery. Man, I can't count how many surgeries I had now. And honestly, I can't remember them all. But one thing I can remember is my state of mind when I'm going through it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when you hear doctors say you got to have surgery, or this part of your body doesn't work, of course it's going to get you upset and angry because you feel like, dang, why me? But at the same time, it doesn't have to affect your attitude and your, how you deal with people. It shouldn't affect all of that long term. You have the right to be upset and angry and whatever feelings come to you at that point. But it shouldn't last always, because at the end of the day, when you go through something, it doesn't mean that even if you have to go through it for the rest of your life, you have to figure out a way to deal with it to where it doesn't make people not want to be around you. And a lot of times that's what people do. I remember I was in dialysis and this lady came in there angry. She was cussing the nurse out and talking crazy to the nurse, and they called her family, and she cussed her family out and told them that she didn't want to be around them. She didn't want to talk to them, like just going crazy. And the crazy thing is, she actually thought people would be happy to help her after acting like that. One thing I do know, people will never understand how painful or how serious your situation is if they've never been through it. You can't expect somebody that hasn't been through your situation to understand the level of pain and anguish that you go through. You can't expect them to treat you differently if they don't know how to do it, and a person that has a clear mind can explain to them, can, give them a idea of what they're dealing with. But if your emotions tied into it and you angry and you talking crazy to somebody, why would that person want to help you? Why would that person want to stick around you? And honestly, when you're dealing with major medical issues, you don't want to be alone. You want somebody there to help you, especially if you're not strong enough to help yourself. You want somebody there, and your attitude will compromise that situation. So at the end of the day, what I mean is, your personality and your attitude is very important when you're going through stuff. It can cause you to heal slower. It can cause you more medical problems, and it could cause people not to want to be around you and help you and be there for you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, whether it's something medical, whether it's something else, emotional, try to be pleasant through your storms. And I promise you, you will get the help you need, and your health will be better, and your storms won't last as long. So that's my message for today. I hope and pray everybody's doing well in this pandemic and all these hard times. I've lost a lot of loved ones, whether it be to COVID or other issues. Just in the last 7 months, I've lost at least 7 to 8 people. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to deal with, because some of those people were healthier than me, and they're gone now. And that just let me know how much God loved me and how much grace that I live with, grace and favor. I don't know if everybody that listens to my videos, if they are lovers of Christ, but I am. And I honestly believe that's the only reason I'm still living, is because God keeping me here. So, if you're not saved, I think that's something you need to think about. Because listen, it works for me. I don't care what y'all say. When I was born, the doctors told my mother I would never grow. Big lie. 6'8", 400 and something pounds for a very big part of my life. There's never been a point where I wasn't the tallest person in the room from 3rd grade, and look how big of a lie God made them. That tells you that doctors don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? It was a few times they told me I wasn't going to make it. I'm here, 40 years old. I love it. I love it, and all I'm saying is, there's only so much that you can do when you're going through, and the rest of it you have to give to God and let him deal with it. And what I'm saying is, if you haven't given your life to Christ, I think it would be the best move that you could ever make. That's the best advice I could ever give you. But don't get saved and you're really not into being saved. You know, because God don't like half-cocked people, lukewarm people, you know. And I didn't mean to turn this into that, but, you know, it's part of my process of healing. It's part of my process of living. So y'all have a great day. And I pray that God continues to touch everyone and everyone has a good life. And, you know, like I said, I do these videos to let people know how I deal with my situation, and hopefully it can help somebody. So I'll see y'all next week. I'm gonna send a new video out. Y'all have a good one.